Prove it. Me. Today I'm booting up some old software, Encarta 95. I'm going to play the Mind Maze game and have a look at this wonderful, weird little part of history of information technology, computer history, internet knowledge learning. An important part of knowledge learning history. It's nostalgic for me, it's fun. If you've never seen this program before, you're going to be like, I can't believe that existed. That's weird. And if you do remember it, you might enjoy this nostalgic trip down memory lane. Lick, first of all, do it now. Subscribe, second of all, do it now. Done, good, thank you. Oh, we're playing Encarta 95, 94 actually. Okay, that's good, that's something I didn't know I could do. I used to be able to really get a good map, like maze on my head, but that's when I was very skinny. I just had excess fraud skin. I've not had detox. Oh no, what's that called? Detox. Botox. Because I still get migraines quite often. One of the things was try Botox for it. The feeling was far worse. Well, it wasn't worse than a migraine, but at least the migraine stopped. The feeling of just plods of stuckness in your fraud was horrible. It's like someone's always like going, "Aww." In 1985, the year of The Hounds of Love, the greatest album of all time, young computing nerd Bill Gates envisioned like this crazy, sexy, cool idea of a CD-ROM encyclopedia. Gates first went to the Encyclopedia Britannica, but they said, obviously not. Go away. It will ruin our paper print business, you horrible little boy. Do I need to even explain what an encyclopedia is?
Well, there's a lot I didn't know about vomit.
Willie Gates, being the absolute heathen that he is, did something I would never do, and that's not give up immediately. And Microsoft struck a deal with Funk and Wagnalls.
Funk and Wagnalls brings you the encyclopedia devoted to the things kids like most.
In 1989, the year of Cure's Disintegration, the greatest album of all time, Microsoft would use Funk and Wagnalls text as their foundation for Encarta. Maybe they were intrigued by the slice of the word Excel pie money they might receive. And thus, under the secretive internal code name of Gandalf, a team of nerds began developing a multimedia engine that was super duper fly and capable of full text search, internal hyperlinks, and interactive graphics, as you can see here, where I'm playing Mind Maze. So here is Encarta, first of all. Letter A, the first letter. That's funny it starts there, I don't remember that. Help, where is Mind Maze? Mind Maze game, let's go. Oh wow, this is pure nostalgia for me. So we've got physical science and technology, life science, geography, history, social science, art, language, literature, performing arts. We're going to go wildcard here. Let's do a bit of everything, please. Okay, you need to enter your first name. Marvin. Well, ouch. Let's go. Ready to enter the Mind Maze? Yes. Follow your map and correctly identify the item in each room to travel through the castle. In each room, you can open doors, listen to the messages and explore Encarta. The faster you make it through the room, the higher your score. But be careful, you can't join us at the end of the maze unless you make it safely all the way to the meeting room. If you encounter us along the way and answer incorrectly, you must start again. No! Us being these two.
If you solve the riddle, I'll strum you a tune.
Strum you a tune, huh? Okay, yes, please let me hear the riddle.
If you solve the riddle, I'll strum you a tune.
Okay. Encyclopedia about pets, no. The occult, wow. Agriculture, food and livestock. Music, I do like that. What am I doing? Do I just go through this door? To move to the next room, in the castle, click the word or phrase that best identifies. In computer science, a unique combination of characters, usually letters or numbers, used in communications as ID for gaining access to a remote computer, a calorie, an access code, a transistor or an address. Go an access code, aren't we?
Victor.
Thank you. Continue. I will look at some.
Ancient Taoist philosopher Lao Tzu says, "To know that you do not know is the best. To know more, answer the question."
Nice. I like that. Sounds a bit Socrates-ish as well. Okay, let's go. So here we are. So let's take this loop to my forward. To move to the next room in the castle. Okay. Geometric figure consisting of 3 points called vertices connected by 3 sides. We're just looking at a triangle here, aren't we?
Wisely chosen.
Thank you.
Confucius says, "The cautious seldom err."
Okay. Oh, what's this? Civil War? I think it's starting off quite easy, actually. Electrochemical device in which the energy of a chemical reaction is converted directly into electricity. Okay. Well, we know what that is. Make sure I click the right thing.
Bravo, you're a smashing success. On you go.
Thank you.
I'm an American black bear.
Ah.
You know I'm on the endangered species list. Show me what else you know by answering this question.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yo, I'm the Fox, and I'm here to say, click on the door if you want to play.
Nice. Right, we're just doing physical science and technology, it seems. I thought it was going to be like randomized. Branch of mathematics that deals with the relationship between the sides and angles of triangles and with the properties and application of This is too easy.
Ready to test your skill?
Yes.
Choose a door to receive your question.
I want to go south, please. There is no south. I come to a dead end. Let's start again. In 1993, the year of the greatest album of all time, Enter the Wu-Tang, the 39 Chambers, Gandalf, now known as Microsoft Encarta, was officially launched. Initially priced at an eye-whopping $395, which is about $912.88 cents today. Oh, fudge me sideways. The cost quickly wanged down to about $99 in the end, mainly to compete with other digital encyclopedia like Compton's, which I'd never heard of before, but here it is. And yeah, that's it. Encarta became a staple of 90s nerds' homes, just like bread and sex dungeons, especially as it was frequently bundled with new PCs, much like Super Mario World was bundled with the Super Nintendo. By golly gee, Encarta was more than just text. It also featured multimedia, thousands of photos, hours of audio and video clips, virtual tours, groundbreaking 3D tours of ancient structures like the Colosseum. Here's an example. Google Street View in it. Global reach. Localized versions were created for languages including German, French, Espana and Japanese. And of course Mind Maze, the educational trivia game where players explored a medieval castle by answering questions. And I'm still playing it. Here I am. I think what I did before was I clicked on not wildcard and it wasn't doing the wildcard, but I think I've done it here now. I've got a new name, Donk. Officially United Kingdom and Great Britain and Northern Ireland, limited monarchy of Europe. Sorry? What's the question? Great Britain.
Well done. As Sophocles says, wisdom outweighs any wealth.
Thank you. You should have listened.
If you want to win, you have to play the game.
Good point.
Open the door if you're ready to play.
Good point. A common name which applies to a large area in the southern part of the Great Plains region of the United States, which suffered extensively from wind erosion. That is the Dust Bowl.
Cool, dude. You're smarter than I thought.
Thank you, young man. Appreciate you very much.
The world is your oyster. Choose a path and a question will appear.
One of the 6 principal organs of the United Nations. Organs? Organs? NATO, I guess?
Don't worry. You can try again.
A breed of working guard dog, the result of a 19th century crossbreed between the Mastiff and the Bulldog. Well, I imagine that's a Bull Mastiff, isn't it?
By answering correctly, you have won my respect.
Thank you. Da Vinci?
I challenge you to a duel of the mind. If you accept, choose the correct door to continue through the maze.
City, capital of Maine. Oh, I know what that is immediately. It's Augusta.
You have risen to the challenge. Travel safely until we meet again.
So, seat of the Kennebec County on the Kennebec River in the southwestern part of the state. Do you live there? Let me know. American professional boxer who became the world heavyweight champion after defeating Evander Holyfield in 1992. Okay. Now, it's not Tyson. Riddick Bowe, I think, beat was like the oldest heavyweight champion ever.
Do not fear failure. You may have to fight a battle more than once to win it.
It's
Join me, my
miss.
friend, and ponder your question as I prepare for my desert journey.
It's making me easy. It's making me easy. It's giving me easy ones again. City, capital of Colorado. That's just Denver. Thank you.
Sybil Marshall said, education must have an end in view, for it is not an end in itself. Answer correctly to achieve your end.
Achieve my end, huh? The organised movement of sounds through a continuum of time. That'll be music.
Wonderful. Do not let your determination
have a look at the article,
waver
shall
as
we?
you continue on your way.
Look at all these. A bit of Stravinsky there. This is a lot like Wikipedia, isn't it? Just learn stuff through it. In 1999, the year of the greatest album of all time, Algatisberian by Sigur Rós was released. They only bloody released Encarta Africana. I just love saying that. Encarta Africana. It's a dedicated encyclopedia of black history and culture. Fair play. The more I researched this, the more ahead of its time it felt. You know, kinda. Maybe it was of its time, but it was just great. It really was a good tour. I wish I was a bit older to appreciate it more back then, but I don't actually, because I'd be like 70 now. As you can imagine, the development of this beast was a massive technical undertaking involving pioneering multimedia engines, new design philosophies, and a focus on user engagement that left a lasting emotional impact on a whole generation of people like me. I remember it very fondly. Why is it so nostalgic? My first thought is we'd be learning all this shit at school, but from dusty old books, from dusty old people. So to see it come to life must have been pretty cool. I wish I knew how I felt the first time I booted it up. The other thing is, it's obviously, as you can see, like a modern day Wikipedia. You get that going down a rabbit hole effect, which you can get from books. Imagine like for the first time you can suddenly just click on a link about rabbits and keep going on and on. And then you learn about carrots, then you learn about eyeballs. And then there's the music. Let's just listen in.
I have a dream. My 4 little children one day live
Good,
in a
innit?
nation where they will not be served.
That is embedded in my subconscious. I watched this nice round table about the creation of Encarta, and you can tell these guys felt the nostalgia too. I reckon that the time and effort and love they put into it really translated into a great user experience. And of course there was the game we played at maybe school, Mind Maze. Let's see how I'm doing. Hippity hip.
Ancient Taoist philosopher Lao Tzu
I've seen you
said,
already,
"To
thank
know
you.
What you do not know is the best."
The official prayer book of the Church of England and of the Anglican churches in other countries, including the Episcopal Church. I've never heard of that. What's that? Book of Common Prayer, isn't it?
Bravo, bravo, you're a smashing success.
Any liquid or viscous pigmented substance used for writing? Ink? Sorry,
Wow,
this is so
you can
easy
swing
now.
with me anytime. Nice job.
Oh, the Institute proudly bestows upon Donk. I got to difficulty level 1 and I could print that out. That's cute. Transport of commodities from place to place for exchange purposes. That's commerce. I don't think I said any word right there. American frontiersman and law enforcement officer born in Troy Grove, Illinois. Oh. It could be any of these. Buffalo
Do
Bill.
not give up, my friend. Take a deep breath and try once
Law
more.
enforcement officer Davy Crockett. I've never heard of Wild Bill Hickok. Finely ground meal of wheat, grains of wheat obtained by milling. Flour.
You have risen to the challenge.
Congratulations. Now join us the secret oath. Please enter crazies. Please enter some animals such as warthogs. Warthogs, funny little doggies. Enter a body part such as arm. Gooch. Little Bodonk. Little Bodonk has lost her warthog's funny little doggies and doesn't know where to find them. Leave them alone and they'll come home wagging their gooches behind them. This is disgusting. Print. So here's some extra nerdy shit for the nerds. The code and the engine, it was originally written in C in the late 80s. The software that was later ported to C++ using MFC, Microsoft Foundation classes. But a huge challenge was actually fitting what was over 60,000 articles and thousands of media files into 600 megabytes of CD-ROM. They used non-standard compression algorithms, which... what the fuck does that mean? So it's like, rather than laying everything out, it'd be like, almost like guessing what would come next and then only booting up that part of it when it's needed. That's my kind of really simple explanation of it, but it's not really my world, so I'd love to hear someone explain that better. And yeah, rather than the static images, they used a global geographic information system database, a GIS database, which would generate zoomable maps on demand, like how they used to save memory on video games at the time, when they only had like 3 gigabits to use. They would just load what was needed for that moment, and that's very much how our current simulated world works, of course. And there's a good video of that by someone very nice. Are you nice? Encarta evolved throughout the 90s like a little cheeky Pokemon, and of course, because most 1990s computers could only display 256 colours, the team used a very sophisticated system here. They reserved 20 fixed warm grey colours for the UI and dynamically merged the remaining 236 colours from specific images on the screen to prevent flickering and give us those high quality visuals, which I promise you were high quality at the time, however they look now. And you're seeing that right now as I carry on playing Mind Maze. Literary works in the Lithuanian language. Are these two answers the same?
Alas, all is not lost. You will yet reach the oasis of knowledge.
That's disgusting what you've just done. I still can't even see... Shush, I can't see what you've done there. I couldn't even see the difference in the spelling. Hello to all Lithuanians.
Sybil Marshall said, education must have an end in view.
You are my
It
favourite.
is not an end in itself. Answer correctly to achieve your end.
Okay.
Wonderful. Do not...
If you solve the riddle, I'll strum you a tune.
This is silly.
If you want to win, you have to play the game. Click on the door if you're ready to play.
See, like, this is the problem I'm having with this game now. Music that requires knowledge of electronic devices, electronic music, and I can't seem to select hard straight away. Popular social dance. What else is on here? Let's go and have a look. Title screen. Oh, there it is. Anyway, yeah, no, it's just not tough enough, that Mind Maze, but it was fun, it was nostalgic. Used to play that at school, used to play it at home sometimes. It's good to see it. Let's see the timeline here for a minute. Oh, it's got a timeline of human history. Man and woman. Cuneiform, nice, this is fun. Indus Valley. Watermelon. That's cool, it pops up with a little thing too. Print. First money. Ice cream, are you serious? Ice cream was invented in China in roughly 2000 BC. What? Soft milk and rice concoction packed in snow or frozen plateau. That's really cool. I've learned something today. Some say Encarta peaked, like I did, in the year 2000. But only 1 year later, and I can't believe this was 2001, Wikipedia launched. The difference is here, while Encarta relied on professional editors, paid contributors, Wikipedia was then, as it is now, a user-generated resource, which obviously allowed it to grow at a crazy quick rate. Encarta did try and adapt, and by 2005 were allowing users to suggest changes to articles. But to be honest, by then it was too late. Thus begun the slow, inevitable death of Encarta. The other problem was, back in the mid-2000s, Google actually worked how you wanted it to and displayed search results of things you actually wanted to search for. Basically, Google was its own custom adaptable encyclopedia, and the final physical release was Encarta Premium in 2009, launched in August 2008. By this time the software had become part of the Microsoft Student Bundle, and that really shows now it's just a kind of niche educational tool, and therefore no one ever heard this actually happened. And then in March 2009 it was over. Microsoft announced and lamented that it would discontinue all editions of Encarta. They cited the drastic changes in how people seek information as the main reason. And in 2011, the online dictionary, the last bit standing, was finally closed, rest in peace. I've seen some articles about it. It's like, why did Encarta fail? And I don't think it did fail. It really did pioneer the kind of multimedia hyperlink learning interface that we now take for granted on Wikipedia and wikis of all the shit you love. It proved that people wanted what felt like infinite knowledge at their fingertips. They say in that round table I mentioned earlier that Encarta served as a bridge between the era of heavy print volumes of encyclopedias. I do actually have some in my storage place. And then the era of today, the instant global information, instantly do it now, done. And that's what kind of the 90s felt like. It was a bridge. It went from being very basic to very sophisticated, growing and evolving at an exponential rate. And when I say it, I mean everything. Everything to do with computers and the internet. It's crazy how quick we went from like brick mobile phones to the, what's it called? The Razor, you know? And that's Microsoft Encarta. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. We've all felt nostalgic, even if you weren't around at the time. I hope that you felt it a bit. There's just something about these old programs. It's very much like brings the nostalgia back. I'm still playing on it, to be honest. Classical period of Greece. It's just Wikipedia before it even started. Phrases, got artworks on here. It's just really, really fun. Hello. I'd love to know if you played MindMaze. I'd love to know if you used Encarta and all those types of things. Thank you for watching, listening, living, loving, laughing. And if you want less of this type of thing, unsubscribe.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to rewind the tape before you take it back.